Good morning. I'm just about packed up and ready to go. You can see it's very cloudy today. It's actually quite cool. Not enough for an extra layer, but it's as cool as it's been for a while. Since Brazil anyway, since Bonito. I remember needing an extra layer in Bonito. Anyway, right, yeah. Time to go. This place has been comfortable for a few days and I really enjoyed it, but it is time to go on the road. Getting itchy feet again. As you can see, it was quite good with that place to sit at night. Do some video editing. The people here are so nice as well. The family, the wee boy used to come and speak to me. It's got a wee car called Monito, which means little monkey, because he wants to climb the trees. So I've been paid. I've got to go round again. He's wanted a picture. He's never had a Scotsman here before, and it's been the same everywhere I went. There's never been any Scots travelling. I suppose it's maybe a sign of the size of the country, but there's not many Scots do this. There's plenty of Germans, like as a nation, there's plenty of nations that people like to go travelling. I mean, there's even had Irish people, but you don't see many Brits at all, unless they're tourists. So, yeah, it's been a bit strange on there. anyway, right, I'll speak to you. Said goodbye to Rudy. I've got a selfie, so I'll stick that up just now. I can't believe I've just seen traffic lights here, but nobody's paying any attention to them. They're just treating it like a junction. Everybody kind of stopped and had a look. No one was coming, so they just went on. I'll probably remind you, that's it, gone to green now anyway. So let's go. Yeah, as you can see, that rain was quite heavy. So hopefully that's it off. I don't know what the road's like down to Concepcion, which is where I'm going. Hopefully it's not too. Hopefully it's mostly paved and the rain doesn't affect it too much. We shall see what we shall see. Right, let's go. Just caught the cows. I should have been a bit quicker. I don't know if you can see some in the mirror. I came around the bend there and like the visibility, the rain was a wee bit heavier than this. The visibility wasn't great, and I thought I see grey figures in the road. They were almost camouflaged because the road's grey as well. I thought, yeah, there's definitely there. It must be, I bet it's cows, and as I got closer there it was cows. Oh dear. You didn't want to not notice them, especially in these conditions. But anyway, got past them safe and sound, so all's good. Let's get going. As you can see, it's hammering down here in Bolivia. Passing through a wee village called Carmen de la Ruiz. Oh. I think it's maybe sand. I thought it was concrete, a football pitch. It's maybe sand. Usually it's just something that was grass, but it's now hard dirt that's left. That's what we usually get. Yeah, it's a sleepy little village. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you the studs again. That seems to be the common thing here, rather than the humps that we saw in Argentina and Brazil. I mean, they're just as fierce. You've really got to slow down. Oh, you've really got to have your wits about you on this road. I hope I caught that horse and cart there with the family on the back. I mean, I keep my speed down anyway, but even approaching that, coming around the bend at 50 miles an hour, it gave me enough time to react, of course. So everything was fine. But yeah, like I say, you've got to have your wits about you. It's a pig. It's a little pig sort of rooting around for stuff. Come on, pal. There's another piglet beside the road. This dog's trying to stare me down. Oh, he's moving. Jeez, I just thought he was trying to stare me down. There's another one. Yeah, that's it, just lying in the middle of the road. Clearly there's not much traffic goes past. And that's how you carry your stuff on your head. This village is tiny. I've seen more in this village, and pretty much just what you saw in San Ignacio for the 3 nights I was there. Certainly more quirky stuff. Caught behind this truck, but look, there's a whole family of pigs. Mummy and Daddy and all the piglets. follow this guy. Here's what he's doing. I was going to overtake that lorry earlier. I'm glad I didn't. Well, there's pigs on the road. But then when this guy overtook me, I thought, right, now's my opportunity. Because we were going through a village as well, and you are meant to keep your speed right down. So, yeah, took my opportunity in here. That's good. Just want to show you the studs here. Hope you saw there's another pig. But I hope you saw the gaps in the studs. I hope it slowed down in time. That's been happening a few times now as we get further away from that last big town. I'm wondering if the locals are coming out with a sledgehammer and making a space so that they can just drive through without having to slow down to a standstill. Oh, these ones are intact. Maybe it's wear and tear, who knows, but it was happening too often, I thought, for it to just be wear and tear. Okay, I must stop. I just want to show you, coming into this town, I thought, oh, they might have a petrol station. Not that I'm really needing to fill up anyway, but and I certainly can't, because if I'll show you this line of trucks, everybody's waiting. That petrol station's not got any fuel at all. They're all waiting for. They've just parked their stuff and left it. It's quite disturbing to see. Well, look at the state of that. How's that roadworthy? But yeah, they're all parked up along this road. I wonder how far it goes. I wonder when they're expecting a delivery. This is the end of the queue about here. Well, it goes on further. Can't do much if you've not got fuel, and that includes me. I'm hoping that in Concepcion, where I'm going, I might get some fuel, but anyway, let's not speculate too much. There's a lot of trucks parked up here looking for fuel. I think this is the last of the trucks now, but it's pretty much the length of the town. Everybody's parked. Yeah. See how this pans out. Well, the road's deteriorating again. It's not quite as bad as that stretch after San Jose when it was all dirt road, but I was warned there was a stretch on this, the route I'm taking. At some point it was going to be all potholes. I just wasn't sure how bad, but I think we've reached that. I think we've reached that stretch of road with all the potholes. So hopefully it doesn't go on for too long. That bad stretch didn't last long, thankfully. Yeah, maybe a few hundred metres or something. So I'm glad I'm clear of that. You just never know. Sometimes these can go on for miles and miles. But that was better. That wasn't so bad. Well, I was wrong about the potholes. They're kind of back with a vengeance. Yeah. You get wee bit of clear stretches and then you get some pretty deadly potholes. That was a wee bit back there. I'll catch the next. Here we go. These are toppers. There. Now we've all seen potholes here and there, but this is a main highway linking a lot of towns. It's not like it's a back road or anything. Just the towns, just some small villages. Yeah, I mean there's trucks and everything come along this road. It's really poorly maintained, as you can see, like this. There's the road being repaired at least. That's good, at least they're working on it. Just hope no one's coming towards me, especially a truck. I've just arrived in Concepcion. I don't think I'll be staying. I don't know if I'll be staying here tonight. I don't think so. Wait to see if we can get diesel. There's a station up the road. But as you'll probably see, I could tell you I'm in just about any place in you. I could be justified in saying it because they're all so similar. Certainly when you're down at the plaza with the extended roofs and the pillars, and then the trees in the plaza, and then there's the church over here. Although this is another lovely ornate church by the looks of things. I'll go and get some pictures. Yeah, they didn't mess about with their churches. These are beautiful, aren't they? The timber, the wood carvings and everything. There's another tower there, but I don't know if that's I don't think that's a church, or a town hall or something. But yeah, they've done well here with the letters in front of the church. That makes for a good photo opportunity. This bell tower with a spiral staircase going up. You can see it, and then there's a courtyard through there, but it looks like it's locked. So, and the hall at the other end. Yeah, again, this is similar to the last place, San Ignacio. A lot of similar buildings round about it, and it's certainly the hub. But there's no place to go. Like, if I wanted something to eat, and usually, you know, like a coffee. There's no sign of a coffee shop. Oh, this is the museum. That's right. I read there was a museum. That's obviously shut today as well. It is Monday, right enough. Yeah, let's see if there's a wee hotel open. The hotel at the square yesterday gave me a good coffee. Yeah, there's nothing obvious. You would think it would maybe be slightly commercialised, but no. This is amazing. I was just saying, I didn't think much of the time because there's nothing here. I wandered to the next block and there's this amazing coffee shop. It's run by Americans, and I've just had a proper coffee and a proper sweet treat. This is just astonishing. Never thought I'd find this here. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy it. That's the back door of the coffee shop. Opens up into this courtyard. There's meant to be toilets, she said, up here. Yeah. I'd had earmarked this place as a potential place to stay the night, but I've still got, it's only 2:30, and like, there's nothing going on in the plaza, so there's no point in just staying here for the sake of staying. I could make it. I found another place called San Javier. It's only an hour and a bit away, so I think we make it to there. I'm going to check out the fuel station. I'm not too optimistic, but I'll ask anyway, see if they've got some diesel. If not, there's a place in San Javier. There's a fuel station in San Javier. I can try there as well. Maybe a better place to wait it out as well if they're expecting a delivery. Okay, let's be a couple of nuns there. I think they're nuns. I've just not didn't see my folk dressed like that very often. In Bolivia anyway. They look like nuns to me. Anyway, let's go. As you can see, there's not much going on. The owners of that coffee shop lived in America. They'd lived there that long, at English, the American accents, but they're clearly bilingual because the mum said she'd been here for about 19 years. Even the daughter, she was fluent. She had an American accent, fluent English. So yeah, it was a nice wee find, because you see these things on Google and you go and they're either closed or they don't exist at all. But no, I went there and it was, not only was it there, it was open, so it had a proper menu of coffees. You can tell I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, so the road's improved slightly, but there's still obviously these patches. This is the second lorry going about 5 miles an hour that'll come up behind. Past a couple of one broken down lorry, and there was a wee tuk-tuk. Looked like it was broken down back there. But I'm starting to think, I don't want to sound like a pampered westerner, but I'm doing a lot of miles, and I really should have been giving myself the stress of all this diesel. I don't know. I'm going to have to decide whether I'm going to twist or stick. If I can fill up again, whether just to start heading towards Peru straight away, and then leave a uni, because I was wanting to go to Salardia uni. Leave that for when I'm on my way back south again, because that'll be later on in the year once I come back. I may well do that, because it's taking the joy out of travelling if you're worrying about if and when you're going to fill, if you're going to be able to fill your tank again, because that was hard work just getting the first one. Thank you, mate. Yeah, there you go. It's fairly chilled when it comes to these things here. Anyway, yeah, so I've got a wee bit of thinking to do about my next move. It's another broken down lorry. It's like things have fallen off. Jesus. That's about the 4th or 5th broken down vehicle I've seen on this road. So that filling station doesn't have diesel. The guy on the pumps wasn't very helpful, but the guy in this white pickup came and spoke to me. He seems to know where I can get diesel. We're going to some restaurant, but yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, I think. But he was a nice guy. He came over. He was getting petrol, so hopefully he can help. This is me getting diesel in Bolivia on the black market. Well, any port in a storm, I think. So that was an adventure. I just got my first tank of, or my first fill with black market diesel, 35 litres. It's actually nearly filled the tank, which is fantastic. That's going to get me to Santa Cruz. Yeah, I tell you, it's not what you know, it's who you know. If I hadn't met that guy, he was so nice, took kinda, yeah, he knew what he was able to help me, so he did. It was really handy. I'm so grateful, and they filled it up. They're expensive, but then 14 Bolivianos, it was just over £1 a litre I paid for that, so I mean it's more than I would pay at the station, but just over £1. What can you do? I'm happy now. That takes away a bit of the stress. And if it's going to be as easy as that, I'm quite happy to pay the black market price. That's far much easier. Anyway, right, I'm waiting to go to that guy actually and thank him. He's got an eco resort down the hill here. He said I could camp there tonight, at least I think that's what he said. But at the very least I'll get something to eat there. So go and have a look. Okay, happy chappy. Okay, so I'm at my campsite. Got the van kind of level. It's very random that I'm here. Like I said, that guy in the pickup directed me to that restaurant. They gave me the diesel, as you saw. So yeah, he directed me to the restaurant and I got the diesel. I thought, well, fair enough, I'm going to just come here because the guy's got me out of a hole basically by coming over. He didn't have to do that. So stayed here. It's 100 Bolivianos for the night, and at first I thought, well, that's awful expensive, but it does include breakfast. It's more than I would normally pay, although last night was 80, and this includes breakfast, so, and at the end of the day 100 Bolivianos is still less than £10, so it's alright for a night's camping. Anyway, let's go and have a look around the place before the sun goes down. It's quite nice here. So that's the back of the van. I don't know if you can see the moon up there, probably too far away. I'm going to have a full moon in a couple of nights, I think. So yeah, that's reception here. Back at reception, the toilets are there. And these are rooms. So yeah, this is called the Chiquitos Trail. So it's the trail that you follow around and see all these ornate churches. So it is quite touristy. Quite quiet just now, and of course the diesel and petrol situation's not helping either. But yeah, must have probably, that would all draw quite a few tourists. So that's the guy's pickup down there, so I'm assuming that's where he stays. Just got to give him another mention because he totally turned my day around. Unbelievable. Oh, there's a swimming pool here as well. And a restaurant. There's the signs up there, hydro massage and sauna, so that's what they were. So I'm getting near but this is the big pool. Okay. There's the main pool. And the restaurant over there. The parrot in the tree. boss up. That was the boss. I saw it at the petrol station in the white pickup. It's pretty obvious he was. Anyways, he was standing in the restaurant giving, looks like he was giving the staff a team meeting. Anyway, that's a wee tour of the place. They said I could eat there. I think until about 7 o'clock, I might do that. It says cooking. Never noticed this before. There's a swim-up bar with seats in the water. That's cool. I'll be using that. But yeah, I think that part is a resident part. I might see if I can get something to eat. Got a jug of, I think it's mixed fruit juice. It's quite nice. It's too much. I think it's going to be too much. Yeah, it's going to be the smallest I had. I thought this was just random bread, but it's garlic bread. And it's warm. It's just been toasted a lot, so it's lovely. This is my fish that's just arrived. It looks really good. I have to say the staff here are so friendly and helpful. Parrots are a bit noisy though, I don't know if you can hear them. Good morning. Oh, I slept not too badly. Unfortunately, this is the main road out here, and it's on a steep hill, but enough for big lorries to struggle. So if there's a big lorry going up during the night, you hear it. Thankfully, they weren't every 5 minutes, but they were, they were often enough to wake me up every so often. But that's what it is. We had that bike go past as well. There was a few bikes too. But anyway, I think I said there's breakfast thrown in with this, so we'll wait to see what that's all about. My breakfast, then I'll get on the road. Okay. There's the macaw. There's another one. Oh, he's up there. The blue and yellow one. There's the red and blue one. They must be, if not pets, resident macaws. I got here and there was 2 guys sitting over there, no sign of anybody serving, but she obviously heard me. I went up to that door. She was sitting on her phone, which can't blame her because there's nothing really else happening. What else are you going to do? But she's brought out coffee and some fruit. Well, here, look at the fruit. It looks a bit like it's been sitting for a while, and there's flies around, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to have, if any. So I'll have a cup of coffee, and I think there's other stuff to come. We'll find out. Yeah, I hope it's not just the fruit. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Although this says coffee on the side, it's actually hot water, and in these smaller jars there's instant coffee or hot chocolate. Oh, forgetting the side. There's no milk though. I think they do. Some places I've been, I didn't get milk with my coffee at all. She's now added a huge jug of fruit juice to this. Yeah. For somebody that's used to just a bowl of cereal in the morning, this is a wee bit too much for me. But we'll give it a go. So, breakfast was okay. It was a bit too much for me really. I left quite a lot. I hardly touched that fruit. I thought better of it. Actually, I was going to go that way, but the path's quite slippy. When it gets wet, it doesn't dry properly. And on the way back to the van last night, I fell, banged my head, but thankfully when I went down I thought I was going to hurt myself worse than I did. But yeah, I feel a wee bump on my hip today, but other than that, I survived intact. So anyway, yeah, the breakfast was alright. Filled me up for the day. I've taken a cake for later, but I don't even know if I'll eat that. It was okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep it anyway. Okay, let's just get organised and go on the road now, I think. It's a wee bit warmer now, so it was really quite cool to begin with.